How's everybody doing? My name is DJ, as you guys should already know, hopefully. I am the host of the Boss Talk and Beyond podcast. And today we have,
I'm Ashley Speaks, and I'm so excited to be here,
oh
DJ. This is
yeah,
gonna be so
I know this is
good.
gonna be amazing. This is gonna be amazing. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited you're here as well.
Yes.
Let's tell us about yourself just a little bit.
All right.
Let's get
So
into it.
I'm Ashley. I am in PG County, Maryland.
Okay.
I'm an author, speaker, preacher, teacher, business owner. Like I do all the things.
Okay.
All the things.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So let's dive into how you begun to be the person who you are.
Yeah.
Where does your story really begin?
I feel like it starts in like 2015-ish. I
Okay.
think that's kind of where things shifted for sure with like there got to be more to life. Like just can't be it. Like
Right.
there's something else that I'm supposed to be doing that I need to be doing that like I don't know, I just wanted more.
Right.
I didn't really know like what that looked like at the time, but I
Right.
had a feeling. It was literally like a feeling inside like, girl, you were built to do some other stuff. And
Right.
so I had an encounter one time. I was walking into my apartment. I got stuck on the steps. Couldn't go up, couldn't go back. And I'm like looking around like, what is going on? And I heard this is as far as you're going to go by operating at a lower level.
Right.
Like by operating at a lower level, you're simply helping the devil. And I'm like, time out, flag on the play. Like, nah. So I go in the house and I pray and I'm like, God, wreck me.
Right.
Wreck everything about me that I built with my hands. And I want to live the life that you created me to live. Like, you could take my son, you could take this relationship, you could take this apartment, take it all. I need to live the life you created me for because anything else is pointless.
Right.
Like,
No, honestly.
it got real.
Right. Let me back up just a little bit more. Are you originally from? Where are you originally from? Are you originally
So I was
from?
born in New York.
Okay.
We moved down here when I was like 4 or 5. So I was raised PG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got stuck on the stairs,
Yeah.
right? And you went inside, asked God, of course, to
Wreck me.
wreck your life.
Literally, it's crazy.
and show you, the way that you like for him to live. Okay. So off of that, what's that continuing journey looking like?
Constant wreckage.
Constant wreckage. Okay.
It's constant, like, I want to say just like submission. Like, like surrender. I say that way,
Right.
surrender.
Right.
I actually like check in and see, like, all right, am I in alignment? Did I veer off? Am I doing my own thing again? Like, understanding that life is a journey.
It is.
And I feel like in the social media, I want it now era, we kind of have to give ourselves grace to become, to
Right.
unbecome, to learn, to relearn, and give others that same kind of grace that we be looking for too.
Right.
Like being patient with ourselves, not feeling like we have to have it all
Right.
by 25 and have it all figured out and
Right.
all these things. And it's like, it's good to watch other people's journeys because it shows you what's possible. But to compare and to covet and to say, I need this by this because they got it, like,
Right.
that automatically puts you in the wrong space.
Right.
So, yeah.
Nah, trust me, I definitely understand. Like, starting over. I think it was like 3 years ago. God literally, I had my own revelation, man. God really like took my job away from me. He took my the clients I had in my business. I was doing photography and social media management at the time. He took that contract away from me, and I literally was living here in Maryland, and I had to figure it out. Literally, bottom bank account touching negatives. I'm saying every single week. Trust me, I've been to that point. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that's when I really started. I've been talking about my candles all the time because I actually have like a relationship with these candles that I make.
You can tell. You can tell, like, that it's not just, oh, I threw this together. You can tell, like, it's a part of you.
Yeah.
It's like a passion for you. It's not
It
just,
is.
I'm trying to get on this Etsy wave. It's like, I'm called to this. So
Yeah.
I'm taking my time and I'm investing all of me into this. You can
Yeah,
tell. It's
yeah,
evident.
Yeah.
You're doing it good.
Because, I started this candle business, right? And with this candle business, I literally I was doing social media at a point in time at a seafood restaurant in North Carolina. What they allowed me to do was come like Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays and set up my candles in front of that restaurant.
Dope.
And that's what I would do I was living here, so I was driving back and forth to North Carolina like almost every week.
Same. I actually.
Hey everyone, my name is DJ and I am the host of the Boss Talk and Beyond podcast. This podcast is for entrepreneurs. It gives them a platform for them to share their services or products. It also gives them a platform for them to tell their story. This podcast is also for you as a viewer. Feel free to be inspired as you listen and gain any knowledge that any of these hosts or guests are able to, give to you. We hope you like and subscribe and follow us and enjoy the rest of the show. I sell candles and that's how I was making my rent.
God sent me to North Carolina for 2 years. And I'm talking about packed up the apartment, like $600, me and my son, one wash off, one towel each, his toys, like we out.
Yeah.
And when I got down there, the next day, the girl that was like, yeah, you can stay with me, she got fired from her job.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm like, what do we do, bro? Like, we both can't be broke. Like, what?
Right.
And so my son and I are sleeping on her couch, sleeping on her floor. We're living out of, little plastic storage bins. Like, that's where most of our stuff is. The rest of it was, in storage or my friend's house. I don't even know. It was real. And so I remember, I was in a store or something. I was calling churches okay, we need to pay this rent. We need to figure this out. I got to get out of this girl's house. What are we going to do? And I got an offer letter from a job that I never even worked. But I got the offer letter, got the apartment.
That's amazing.
We here. And so then I'm like, now how are we going to pay this rent? We here now, but wait a minute. Right. And so I was calling churches, and a lot of them we don't help until you have an eviction notice. And I'm like, that's kind of counterproductive. Why wait till they get that bad?
Right.
And so I was in the grocery store, I remember, and I heard God say, I'm sending you somebody that's going to pay this. Mm-hmm. And I'm just I know I lost it now. I know I'm tripping. Ain't nobody paying nobody rent. Come on, bro. Nah. Sure enough, I was talking to somebody who said they had just had a meeting with somebody else who has a ministry who helps pay people rent.
Right.
And I'm just that's what I need to talk to.
Right.
And so I'm yes, give them my information. I need to talk to them now. And I remember meeting the guy at Panera, and he was jaw on the floor when I'm telling him my testimony, how I moved here, how I had my son, how we just trying to figure this out. We're just moving by faith. At the time I had published my first book, and I wrote that in 5 days, total answer to a prayer. Mm-hmm. And he was we usually only help pay $500, but we're going to pay all your rent. And they paid my rent for about, I want to say, half the year, the rest of the year.
Wow. That's amazing.
Crazy.
That's amazing.
Only God, bro.
Yo, God works in crazy ways, but he works for us.
Yeah.
At the same time, we serve him, but it says in the Bible to trust in him at all times.
But lean not on your own understanding.
Exactly.
Because if it was up to us, ain't no way we just go to North Carolina back and forth. That's not up the street.
Right, that's not.
That drive's got me a couple times. What are we doing? Why are we here? And it's just just trust me. And so I feel those seasons of blind faith and I have no other reason but to trust you kind of produce something in us that we didn't even know we needed.
Right.
It definitely develops your character.
It does.
In a whole nother way. And it gives you another perspective to say, you know what? I'm really not doing this on my own. Right. And it's really not me sustaining me.
Right.
So let me just get in alignment and surrender and trust you because obviously you know better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, man. God works in crazy. So from this, this point, right? Talk to us how, it goes into your book, right? So continue with the path of, the wreckage, but then building, and where you said, you found somebody to do the rent. I don't know if that's in the same journey, but what's the journey leading up to your first book? Yeah,
so the wreck me moment happened, and then I'm all right, I gotta shift some stuff. I just started getting hungry. Didn't have a job.
Right.
Literally be just worshiping all day. My son went to the school that was literally across the parking lot. So I would take him to school. I would come back, turn on worship music, be praying, be in my word, just going in. I need you to produce something.
Right.
I need you. And so I had enrolled in Bible college. I'm I don't want to just go off what people tell me. I need to know for myself. And I reconnected with a friend, loose term, from middle school or something. And she was a know-it-all. She knew everything. She done everything. And she was I believe in a higher power, but I don't know about the Bible because people wrote it. And I'm I can understand that. But I'm like, I got something for her. So I got mad. Literally, like, I'm like irritated. I'm like, yeah, we done. We ain't going out no more. I'm going home. And I'm like, God, show me. Show me how you use people to write the Bible so I could tell this know-it-all the truth. Like, I wanted to just shut her down. Like,
Right.
bro, he's real. He is the one that's keeping you alive. Like,
Right.
and so I prayed that prayer, and the next 5 days, me and him wrote this book. Literally, like, at the laptop, telling me what to write. And
That's
so
amazing.
instead of like, I had a whole other book that I was writing to that I thought was the thing. And so when this happened, I was like, okay, clearly this is what I need to be doing and sharing this. So it's called Basic Training, How to Prepare for Your Spiritual Quest. And instead of chapters, there's tests. So like the weight test, the study test, the purpose test.
Right.
And then there's 3 like lessons in each test. And so he was showing me like a battlefield and showing me like combat and things like that, and how like everything that we go through prepares us for why we're here. So our perspective needs to be like, the things that are coming against me are really working for me. And so shifting our perspective in that area. So that's kind of how Basic Training happened, and how my first book started was from a prayer, literally.
That's amazing. That's amazing. What? So I know you said it was you and God writing it, but what is the process of writing a book? Is it like you go on Word, or is there like a certain software that you're supposed to use to write a book? What is it? How do you, I guess, write a book? You get what I'm saying?
So I think everybody has like their own different kind of processes, of course. Most people just start in Word. A lot of people use Canva now. So it's like whatever you feel comfortable in. You start there and just start writing. Format, what goes where, or I want this idea here type thing. But for me, I feel like the best thing is just get it out. And then you can, move things around and figure it out later. But getting it out, getting it on paper. I even have like a napkin where I wrote a children's book. And now I have 2 children's books. But I like remember like just pen and paper is a big thing for me too. So getting it out, starting the process, not letting it live in your mind, not letting it live just in notes. Like start writing, open up Word, and then after you start that process, okay, this is like the manuscript, this is what I have. Then you figure out if I want to publish myself or if I want to hire somebody,
Right.
And figure out that route. The first book, I did hire somebody, but they had like a self-publish option. So like they did the work, but I still keep my royalties and I will access everything like that. But after that, I kind of learned how to do it. So all my other books I published on my own. So
That's amazing.
yeah, so I help other people do the same thing.
Now, still at this point of your life and what we're talking about, I know you're an author, but you also said that you're also a preacher and a speaker as well. So when did all that start? Did that start at this point, or is that later on?
Yeah, that actually, I spoke at my first speaking engagement, I think in 2015 as well.
Okay.
So 2015 is kind of like when I came alive, I guess. Low key, because I feel like recently I had I woke up and I got up moment, and so now we in a whole nother era. But speaking started from, I started a blog, honestly. Like my cousin's like, you need to start a blog, and I'm just like, girl, wow, like who's reading blogs? And so she knew like I was writing and I needed to get the stuff out and stuff. And so somebody reached out to me and they were having like a youth thing at their church or something. It was like, girl, you need to come speak. And I'm just like, who? Speak what? And so I think that was, and then I spoke at like a women's empowerment event, or like they had vendors and stuff and just speakers speaking. So I just was invited, kept going, speaking at conferences and different places. And I just follow him. He opened the door. Yeah.
I guess kind of deeper diving into speaking engagements. How do you prep for speaking engagements? What is I guess your process in that? Because that's also something different.
A whole nother level. Yeah. It's a lot of prayer, a lot of fasting, a lot of what do the people in that room need? Not what I want to tell them, not what I think is the buzzwords for today. Like, what if it's just one person? What do they need to know? And so, funny story. My last event I did was in April of this year. And it was called The Power Within. And so I was coming from my son's back to school night or something. And I just keep seeing this like vision of women like in a room, like crying, laid out on the floor, hands raised, like worshiping. And I'm just like, nah, I know what you're about to tell me to do. Like, you about to tell me to host something with what money? How are we doing this? my 3-year-old's diagnosed with autism. My dad just had an amputation surgery. Like, I'm taking care of all these people, doing all these things. Like, ain't no way you're telling me that you want me to do an event too. And yeah, he did. And so did it, found the place, favor all around. Like 4 people RSVP for the event, signed up and everything. But the day of, it was like 20, 25 people in the room.
That's amazing.
And so I'm wrestling with what to talk about up until the moment I need to go up and talk. And so I'm like, I know, like, the message ain't messaging. Like, I know what I need to do. And he was showing me the theme scripture was Esther. And so I'm like, everybody gonna talk about it. Like, I don't want to talk about the same stuff either. So I'm like, all right, give me something fresh for this. And so he gives me something about Esther, but then he showed me this other message called "This Is Not a Drill, Sis" that I did like 3 years ago. And that was the message. So I get up there, I do the Esther part, and then I go into "This Is Not a Drill," and I see a girl walk in, and I'm just like, flag on the play, who is this? Like, sis ain't paid. She's sitting in a speaker seat, like, the audacity, boo. Like, wait a minute.
Hold up, before you continue that,
Yeah.
what is This Is Not a Drill about?
Oof.
It doesn't have to be deep. You can just say a quick
This is not a drill.
synopsis.
About, okay, so. I'm Ashley Speaks. I'm a published author, speaker, and the founder of Bright Arrows Pediatric Therapy. My heart is rooted in one mission: reach, teach, and empower. Reaching hearts, teaching truth, and empowering purpose. My latest children's book is entitled My Brother's World, A Place Full of Wonder, and it helps families understand autism through love, empathy, and connection. And every purchase supports Bright Arrows as we continue to build a safe space for children to grow and for families to thrive. So if you're ready for resources that bring healing, hope, and purpose into your life, visit bit.ly/workwithashleyspeaks, all lowercase, and www.brightarrowspeds.com. One of my favorite women in the Bible is the woman at the well. I call her Wellany because she don't have a name. So I'm calling her Wellany. And it's basically about how if the other women that were at the well would have paid attention to her, she wouldn't have been so isolated. She wouldn't have felt like she wasn't good enough. You know, so taking the time to pay attention to people around you and build them up. Short version of that. Yeah. And so that's exactly what happens. So the girl walks in, she sits in the speaker seat. I'm pretty sure the people know because I can't have nothing on my face. And so I'm just like, bro, whose man is this? What? And so, but I felt Holy Spirit like, chill, she's good. So I just went on with it, and I'm doing this like call and response part. And then it gets to a part where Holy Spirit is saying, talk about suicide. And I'm just like, bro, why are we going here? So I share about my battle with suicidal thoughts, shared about suicidal attempts. Shawty started bawling, crying. And she's like, I don't mean to interrupt, but I literally was about to kill myself before this. And so I had a poet that I hired. She texted her during the event and told her she needed to be in the room. She drove over an hour from Virginia to get there.
That's crazy.
And literally was like, I had the gun in my hand, yo. She texted me and told me to come, and I said, I guess I gotta go. And so I'm like, this is not a drill. Like, this is it in action. We literally, like, I called the other, ministers and stuff around, like, yo, lay hands, we praying that thing off of her. And literally, she's never been the same since. We still in contact. Like, it's amazing to see, like, your obedience is what really matters. So the fact that I was wrestling that whole time, it made sense. And she has something to live for, way beyond what she even can understand.
No, it's like I was already saying, like, it's crazy how God works, man. Like, but one thing for us being disciples of Jesus is we have to listen to him at the same time. So, like, you never know when that message may come that we have to spread to other people. But when it does come, we have to not be afraid or not be in our own mind, but we have to be able to spread it to the people that's needing it, right?
There's so many times where I'm, like, out places and I'm just like, bro. Not again. And my mom will look at me like, oh, girl, that's you. And so I'm like, I don't like, and so I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta go tell this person something. And it's like, then we in the aisle of the grocery store, they crying and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know why I had to say it to you, but like, it's, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know that the one thing that God is asking you to be obedient can literally save somebody's life. And so it's like, it's not about comfortability.
Right.
It's not about not looking crazy, because we all would rather just not have to look crazy sometimes. But obedience isn't comfortable. Like, we're not here to be comfortable. We're here to be examples, to be disciples. So if our life isn't pointing back to him in some way, shape, form, or fashion, what's the point?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing, honestly? All right. So from the speaking, right, engagement, or, events, really a preaching, honestly. Actually, no. I'm gonna say it for one more thing. How does it make you feel when you see that you've made a change in other people's lives in that way?
I feel like it makes me feel like relief, honestly. Like, dang, I was obedient. I did it. Like, to God be the glory.
Right.
And then there's the weight to it.
Right.
Because there's always the weight of like, dang, did I miss it? Am I saying the right thing? Is this the right time? Like, and so it always feels good when you know, like, you did the right thing. But I feel like I always carry with like, all right, is it me or is it him? Like, is it me? Like, and I feel like being in that space of like consciousness to know, like, I don't want it to be about me. You know, that kind of keeps you humble and lets you know, like, all right, you're a vessel he can use, because you're not looking for likes, you're not looking for attention.
Right.
Half the stuff that I've done isn't even on social media. It's not recorded.
Right.
My conference that I did, the sound, they recorded, but there's no sound. So that's pointless.
Yeah.
The event in April, recorded half of it, no sound. So it's like, bro, do you even want me to be great? Like, how am I supposed to have evidence if I can't get the evidence?
You can't get it out.
Yeah, so it's
I get that.
At this point, it's just for the people in the room, and I'm cool with that.
Right.
So I don't live by the whole if it ain't posted, it ain't happen type thing. Like, I'm impacting lives in real life, and that's more important than
That's true.
somebody else saying it. Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's God also saving something that that could have happened, or maybe that's just how He wanted it to be. We never understand. Sometimes we just don't understand what the purpose of what's happening and why it's happening, but God has a different purpose for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like. So there might have you wasn't able to use it for yourself, but it might have been a purpose on why that it happened.
They're
to you.
intimate moments. They're supposed to be
Right.
for that.
Right.
I'm really big on being present in the present, and it's literally for that moment. So it's like some of the stuff I do, like, I won't stream it or anything like that, because you never know, like, the deliverance that had to happen in that room. That's not for everybody to see.
No,
and so, and you can't really. A lot of people don't even understand the whole releasing things and spirits and stuff like that. Like, you can't just be watching anything. You can't just be letting anything into your ear gates, your eye gates.
Right.
So I'm really protective over the people that God leads me to as well. And so, yes, I'm annoyed and frustrated that I paid for, it to be recorded and stuff.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, if you were in the room and you got what you got, then cool. It was all right. So,
Right. No, I understand that. Okay. So now was your first speaking before you made your book?
Yeah.
Or, okay, that was before. Okay, so that was before. Okay. And so now you have your first book, right?
Yeah.
What's after that? So what
after that,
what do you get into after that?
That's when we moved to North Carolina, because I was going back and forth, and like conference after conference, event after event, retreat after retreat, like doing things and building stuff. And I'm just like, are you sending me here? And like, when I say everything pointed to North Carolina, everything. And so I go down there, 2 years up, all the things happen, moved back here.
Okay.
Into a one-bedroom apartment with my mom and my son, and we just figure it out. It's great. I actually sent my son up here to live with his dad after a while. Like, I homeschooled him too. Like, I was working. It was just crazy stuff. And so I had sent him up here, and then I came back and finished school, because when I moved down there, like, my computer broke, and so I couldn't finish school at the time. And so I graduated from Lancaster Bible College with my bachelor's.
Okay.
Published another book, which is a devotional. Around the same time.
I'm sorry. Where can we find these books that you're also saying as well? So let's add that in there real quick.
bit.ly/work with Ashley Speaks, all lowercase.
One more time.
bit.ly slash work with Ashley Speaks.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
And there's like a shop button on there and it takes you to all the books, ebooks, published books, all the things.
Okay.
And they're on Amazon as well too. But we like our websites better.
Right. That's true. We do.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, I did that. Published the devotional, and was really just trying to figure out what life looked like being back here. And so it was some shenanigans, situationships, and I really battled with like abandonment issues, rejection. I was raped before, like all the things. And so I feel like even like the daddy issues and stuff like that, like proving that I'm worth people staying around. And so, you entertain the people too long, you get in things. So that whole period was kind of crazy. But in the midst of that, I like encouraged my mom to buy a house, and she's like, not like, oh, I could do it. I'm like, girl, you can. Why not? You can do this. And so she did that. And then, I think I published another book.
Okay.
I had two kids, got engaged, got married, going through divorce right now. My son diagnosed with autism. Like I said, my dad was robbed and dragged and all of that, hospitals, back and forth stuff. Life has just been crazy and chaotic lately. So we at a place where it's like, what are you doing? Like, how did we get here? But in the midst of that, the main focus business right now is Bright Arrows Pediatric Therapy Center. So the latest children's book is My Brother's World, A Place Full of Wonder. And it's based on my two sons, my older son, who is neurotypical, and my youngest son, neurodivergent. And so the older son is like telling the story and talking about his little brother and how he has autism and how he sees the world differently, but he's just still amazing. And I'm trying to open up a practice so where we can do speech therapy, behavior therapy, occupational therapy, all under one roof, which is non-existent in Maryland. And I want to be the bridge for a lot of these families who really don't know what to do after a diagnosis, or they don't feel heard. They're frustrated with the wait list. They don't know what to do. And so, that's been the main thing lately.
What sparked this third book? Like, how did that come to your mind of like, all right, I want to make this book about this? Like,
I was sitting in the speech and occupational therapy place for my son, and I kept having like open visions. Like every time I would sit there and like literally the room would expand and I would see different things here and the room would color this way. And I'm just like, I know exactly what you're about to set me up to do, God. And I don't know nothing about this stuff. Like, please don't make me do this. Like, why can't I just be basic? Like, why can't I go to work and come home like these other people? Because they seem happy. Why do I got to keep doing all these crazy things? And so I kind of fought it for a second. But then I established a business and started moving forward with that. And then my first children's book is based on my son as well. It's called There's a Lion in My Kitchen. And so I had that book.
That's your first children's
book, yeah.
Okay, was that before or after this one?
Before this
one. That's just, you said this one just
no,
okay, go ahead.
So that was the first one. I did that like for his first birthday, kind of.
Okay.
And so this one happened where I wanted to give language to like relationships. I wanted a tool for families to use to even talk about it. What does it look like? Like, because when you have a diagnosis, it doesn't just affect the kid, it affects the entire family.
It does.
And so my older son asks questions. I also have a daughter. So she's the youngest though. So she doesn't really understand, but she knows that like, why does he keep hitting me when I'm just trying to hug him? Like literally, she's like, why doesn't he want to play with me type stuff. So I feel like giving kids something that looks like them and also gives them language to what they're going through. And I didn't really find that. And so I felt like I needed to make that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Because I can only imagine the difficulties of just trying to, one, explaining it to, the rest of your children, but also, you also learning, your own self. Has that also had, I'm sure it did, but like, an intel into why you're also making these books as well? Not intel, but like what's the word you looking for? Is that, I guess, giving reason into why you've made some of these children books?
Yeah, I think it's definitely like a springboard kind of thing. Like, I mean, I used to teach preschool. I used to want to open up a
I didn't know
preschool.
that.
So
Okay.
like, I love kids and, you know, watching them learn, teaching them all those things. So I always wanted to do children's books and stuff. My first book that I actually, like I said, was writing on the napkin was a children's book. But it just so happened that the first book, you know, The Answered Prayer, like that was the first one that got published and stuff. So it was always on my mind to do a children's book. I didn't know it was going to be like about autism. I didn't know it would be like a resource. But I'm glad that it is, though. Like, I recently had a conversation with somebody, and they have 2 sons, 8 and 3. And the younger son is autistic, like my 3-year-old too. And he was like, I never thought like what my older son think about his younger brother.
Right.
Like, we never talk about that. Like,
Right.
I don't even know if he knows he's different. I don't even know like if he looks at it, you know, in that kind of way. He was like, so this is like perfect. Like, I needed this book. And I'm just like, if it was just for him, we good.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's making impact. So yeah.
Right. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So altogether, how many books do you have?
5.
That's 5 right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking to do another one soon?
Yeah,
You
there
are.
is.
You are.
And that's 5, not even counting like ebooks and stuff. But
Oh, you got ebooks too.
Yeah.
What
What's
ebooks
that?
you got? Hey, everybody! I've been seeing a lot of people doing these ebooks. So what
Yeah.
other ebooks you got? Let's get into that too.
It's one is Live Through. It's like a devotional. So
Okay.
I went through like a miscarriage and all the other things. So that's kind of like getting through tough situations. And then there's like 2 other ones too. I can't even think about them.
Are they older or these are like?
Yeah, they're like older ones.
Okay.
Maybe like a year or 2.
Okay.
I got workbooks and stuff. Like, yes, it's a lot of things. We got a
yeah.
resource center. Yeah.
So why books? I know that's kind of like a vague question, I guess, but like,
Yeah.
but I mean, I know it's a way to also express yourself, but like, what is your reason on why books? Why not? I don't know what else. Well, yeah, why
I feel like
books?
books are like,
Or blogs? You know, like a lot of people do
Yeah.
blogs, but like, why books? And I guess instead of blogs or something like that.
it's something tangible about a book to me. Like, of course, like, I mean, you can get the ebook version of a book, but there's nothing like carrying it with you,
Right.
flipping the pages, highlighting and writing and stuff like that. And so I feel like for some of the things that I do that are for like kids or teens or something, like most of the time it's geared toward those that are like out of sight, out of mind. You know, like the devotional I did, Daughters of Promise. It's like I want to get it into like group homes and centers like that where the kids probably feel like nobody cares about them. You know, but they'll see this book and say like, well, dang, Ashley Speak said that I am the head, not the tail. You know,
Right.
being a resource, being the light in the darkness, like a book can do so much for so many people. Yeah.
It can. What ways are you, I guess, promoting your books? Are you promoting your books?
See, I'm bad at that a little bit. I mean, I feel like I post them and I'm like, y'all should know now. Like,
Right.
like you should know already. So I'm trying to get better at that, of course. I was laid off from like my 9 to 5, like actually a year ago now. And so like I've been shifting, been doing social media management like you, building websites, doing other things because these kids got to eat. But I think being intentional about like marketing and posting and stuff like that is definitely important. So it's something I need to work on for sure.
That's all right. It's all right. No, I've since doing my marketing business, I've learned that a lot of business owners and managers or CEOs or whatnot, like one of their things that they least look at is marketing or need help at because they just want to own the business and run the business.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that. Not saying you, but they don't understand that marketing is one of the forefronts of bringing in new people.
Yeah.
Man, especially with all these social media platforms, such as TikTok being a big one, and sharing your stories. That's.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you got a TikTok, but people love a story time.
They do.
Like I know you've heard about these different story times on TikTok
Going
where they
crazy.
go,
Going crazy.
and people really following into it, like
Literally.
commenting and then wanting more.
I got some stories, baby. I ain't been out of Baltimore like a year because listen, I had a stalker out here. I'm like, DJ, really want to come out to Baltimore and do this? Like really, like getting anxiety driving out here. So yeah, like no, I got some stories too. So maybe, yeah,
Definitely.
maybe that's an idea.
For sure. I know you got an event coming up. What's the event? Talk to me about that too.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be on December 5th. It's called Worship and Wonders Night. It's Bright Arrows official introduction to the community. Also doing worship, prayer. I feel like life is lifey for so many people. So many people feel, especially going into the holidays, isolated, lonely, depressed.
Right.
Like they still trying to figure out life. We just went through this shutdown, but people trying to bounce back. Like I wanted to cultivate and create a space where we could just breathe,
Right.
where we could just get refreshed, renewed, restored, rebuilt, network in the community, local businesses, vendors. Like that's the premise. It's just like a feel good night to woosah. Eat good, laugh good, talk good.
Have a good
like,
time.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Okay. Yeah. Are you looking to do more events like this, or is this like something that you're just you're testing, or you've already done events like this before? It's gone good. What is your experience around that?
I love doing events.
You love doing events.
I love bringing people together. And so when I do events, lately they've just been like, God said do it, so do it. But I do want to like do quarterly events, like start more networking things. So this isn't the last, but I don't know if the next one will be like in the same theme, but there's definitely gonna be more events for sure.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, even with like the therapy center, like I want to do quarterly events with those families that bring the kids out to somewhere and let them play and run around. Like I'm big on like community. We need that like in real life. Like
we do.
A lot of people don't even know how to talk to people anymore. After COVID, it's like people weird. We need to just like get together and do life together.
That's true.
And that's what we're called to do. Just gonna gather the people.
Gather the people.
Yeah.
I like that. Might be a new book right there. Gather the
people. Listen.
Gather the
might
people.
Be onto something. You might be onto something. Put it in my notes.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. But I know you also have one of your books with you too.
I do. I left it over there though. But
go ahead. Okay. Let's share it. We gotta share it with the people now. Okay.
Yeah, this is the children's book.
And that's the new one that just came out.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So you see the brothers.
Oh yeah, show the camera.
Yeah. So it's super cute too. Like all the little picky pics.
Love it.
And then there's like a activity book that I made in the back. So there's a QR code.
Oh wow.
You scan it. Hopefully it works. Honestly, I need to check it out. But
I'm sure
you
it
can
does.
download a workboook that goes with the book. So it has questions,
amazing.
It has activities you could print out, kids can color, and then like have talking points. So like after you read it, like, okay, well, what did you think the character learned from this? Or how did his brother do this? So yeah, that's this one.
I'm diving into that as well. So how did you know to put, because I think that's really smart. Like putting a QR code to do a workbook. What garnered that thought into doing that?
Holy Spirit for sure.
Amen.
Like God showed me, literally.
Because that's different. You don't see that anywhere.
Yeah,
you don't.
Literally, He showed me. I'm like, how do we keep the conversation going from like, okay, I read this story, now what? And then you think about the parents, like I just shared about that one parent, like. You have the book, you read the story, and now, like, what do I say to them now?
Right.
So, like, keeping the conversation going, getting them engaged was the focus. Like, even for therapists, like, they can get the book and do it with their clients and things like that. So, it's like a resource tool, not just like a story time tool.
Right. No, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Let me see. What else we got? What's something, so talk to me about somebody that's looking to, get started with, we're going to start with speaking engagement since that was the first thing you ever done. So say I want to get started with speaking engagement. Never done a speaking engagement before. What's something inspirational that you give to somebody that's looking to get into that?
The first thing would be finding places to speak.
Yeah,
that's a hard thing because some people don't want to pitch themselves. They don't want to sell themselves. They don't want to ask the questions. And so it's kind of like you have to be comfortable knowing what you bring to the table. You have to be comfortable knowing what you have is valuable and people need to hear what you have to share. And so you can go on like Eventbrite, look up upcoming events, contact the host. Are you looking for more speakers? Like A lot of people now just want things handed to them, but you got to do some work. Like,
Talk
you
to 'em.
got to do the
Preaching.
work. You got to get out there. You have to actually show yourself, like, not really, what's the word? Proactive.
Be proactive.
Yeah, me and my oldest are going through that right now. I'm like, bro, you cannot be waiting till the last minute asking people for a ride from practice. Like, come on, you have to be proactive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, being proactive is definitely a thing. And then it depends on what type of speaker you want to be too. Because there are some speakers that are just like corporate speakers who they go to the companies, speak about a specific topic, you know, get the contract, move on. And they just do the same, you know, presentation over and over.
Right.
That's one thing. Me, like, it changes from room to room. And so it's not like one set, like, I'm looking for this, I'm doing this. It's more like, if the opportunity aligns, like, okay, I need to be there, or I need to reach out to them, or they reaching out to me. So it depends on what you're called to do, not necessarily just what you want to do. Because you could want to do it, but that don't mean you're called to do it.
That's a bar right there. You can want to do it, but doesn't mean you're called to do it. Nah, I like that.
That's real.
I like that. Man, okay. So, now talk to me about somebody that's wanting to start, you know, writing a book with something, I guess, motivational or, you know, inspiring for somebody looking to start a book but don't know how to get started.
Yeah, I would say just start writing.
Just
Start
start writing.
writing, get the ideas out, start making a list of the topics that you have, start making different folders, different tabs of like, okay, this is this story idea, and then flesh it out. Pray about it, flesh it out. Write it out, do whatever you need to do to get the idea out of you.
Right.
And then you're giving it life when you do that. And so once you give birth to the idea, then you start doing the work to cultivate the project even more. You start seeing the characters, you start seeing the places, the shelves it could be on. Like, you just have to start. A lot of people just have the ideas like, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's like, bro, what have you done to do it?
Right.
You keep talking about it. We 10 years down the line, you still talking about that same restaurant, bro. Do you even got your serve safe certificate? Can you even sell food?
Right.
Like, you guys, yeah.
That's the easy part right there. He's
Listen.
getting that one. Well, it's like, I don't know. I don't sell food, so I don't know. I can't say that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same concept.
Right.
Like, you have to go beyond just an idea. You know, like, you got to do the research, figure out what you need, EIN, all the things, like registering with your business. Like, you know, you have to do the work to set yourself up for a firm foundation. A lot of times we see stuff on social media and we're like, oh, bet, they did that? Cool, I can do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can do it. You might sell one or two things, but can you sustain it?
Exactly.
If your foundation ain't strong, if you're not anchored in it, if you're not even fully called to do it, it's not going to last. And you're just wasting time.
You preach it. I was just talking to somebody about this. It's like you can want to do something, but if you're not passionate about it, if you don't have that mindset, like, this is really what I want to do the rest of my life. Like, that's something that my mom sometimes asks me every time I start a new business. She's like, are you sure you want to do this the rest of your life? I'm like, yes, I want to do this.
At least for this season of my life. Listen.
You want to sell candles for the rest? I'm like, I love hustling and selling candles.
It's working for me.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, but
now, when they on the shelves, okay, at TJ Maxx's, I mean,
talk about it now.
They in Macy's, okay. When we got the little diffusers, like, in hotels, when we're selling it to brands, like, this candle line could be in Aruba in the spa. You like,
exactly.
There's no limit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. You got to be passionate in order for it to be sustainable, in order for it to be a long run, you know, thing for you.
Because life is going to life.
Life is going to.
And if it's something that you're called to do, you're going to get attacked.
Yes.
And a lot of times, once we feel that first fight, that first, what do you call it, opposition, we like, oh, this ain't for me. This is what I'm supposed to do. When in all reality, that's when you lean in, because the enemy don't attack something that's not valuable. So the fact that you're getting opposed, the fact that you're getting the doubt, the confusion, the fact that your cousins and them are saying you can't do it, like, who sent them?
Right, exactly. It's got to be within.
Yeah.
It's got to be
within.
within.
You got to know, without a shadow of a doubt, that you're capable of doing it. Yeah. And you got to silence the noise, because, like, my mom, she's literally #1 fan, #1 cheerleader. Like, if I say I'm going to go do whatever. She down. What you need me
Right.
to do, all that.
Right.
But at the same time, she gonna bring the doubt and the questions and the confusion. Like, I already know, so I'm not gonna tell you till after I'm already 10 steps ahead. Then I'll let you know what I'm doing. But you got to be okay with working and behind the scenes and building up the foundation.
Yeah.
Like if you ever seen somebody build a house or build something, they don't ever start with the roof.
Right. They start with
Even
the
though the roof
foundation.
is essential,
Yeah.
it's necessary, but
is.
it's not going to sustain if it don't have a firm foundation. You got to start at the bottom.
You gotta start.
And
at
that's
the
okay.
bottom. Yeah. Man, now that's facts. All of that is facts, man. But okay. I'm sorry. I'm just processing everything because that was some jewels in there, some gold mines that was just really dropped. Okay. So moving into the next year, do you have what goals do you have set for your next year? I mean, I don't know when this is coming out, but you know, it might be next year. But what are your goals that you have set?
Right, because this year is like flying by.
It is. It really is. Honestly,
it's crazy. I would say next year goal is definitely to get Bright Arrows like into a physical space.
Okay.
That's like the main thing. Is just so we can start servicing the community.
Right.
I want it to be in PG County because there's not a lot of access in PG County, honestly. They have stuff like Howard, Montgomery, you know, certain like autism organizations that just service those areas.
Right.
So it's like, what about us?
Right.
So I'm focused on that. I think I'm gonna start with like offering virtual services.
Okay.
And then I may have found a connect to like do some other in-person ones until we find our physical home. But that's the main thing. It's just to plant our flag and get open.
And get in there.
Yeah.
Let's get in there.
That's the main thing.
I know you're gonna definitely be going crazy with that, especially trying to start it, finding that space. I know it's gonna happen, all within fruition. God's got you. That's one of my favorite things to say. God's got me. God's got you. Man, we're living in it. So
yeah.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. And also, you got to speak life into it. So that's why we're talking about it now. You never know.
Your words have power. Like, and it's not just a cliche. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
it's true.
just, oh, they just saying that because it sounds cute. Like, literally, the word tells us life and death is in the power of your tongue. And I feel like we just gloss over it. Like, okay, that sounds cute.
Nah,
but
it's
it's
true.
literal. What you say is
It's
what
true.
you believe, and it's what you become.
Yes.
And so, if you're telling yourself, even if you don't say it out loud to yourself, you're still internalizing it.
Yes.
You're still planting seeds, and not even that, but the seeds that you sow into your life are going to produce, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
So, what do you want to produce in your life?
Right.
You have to be intentional. You have to be mindful and cognizant of what you're speaking about your business, about your kids, about your family, about your future, because it's you got more control than you think.
You do.
Yeah.
You do, man. No, that's true. All that is true. I'm sorry. I'm just like I said. I'm just taking it because this is powerful, man. Like I really hope everybody is really like tuning and listening because this is true. Your words. I tell people that all the time. What you say, how you say it.
Yeah.
Your words have meaning and power. Like even saying something out loud can then confirm it within your body.
Yeah.
Like saying like you will go and do something even though it hasn't happened yet. That gives you the chance to really believe in it and really have that firm stance of like, all right, I know that can make it happen. But that all started because of what you put it out there into the open. So yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, having that vibration into the world is powerful.
It matters.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Okay, so we have that event December 5th.
Yes.
Okay. Any new speaking engagements as well happening soon as well?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
You might get something after
Okay,
this.
listen, I'm with it.
No, you will get something after
Shoot
this.
the email. I'm there. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm looking to like get back into speaking and back into like more of the community aspect of things. Like I said, with the 3-year-old on the spectrum, like he goes to therapy 5 days a week, different types of therapies, different places, different counties. And so things have been more about just getting him, like acclimated and stuff.
Right.
But then also have like the 2-year-old, the 16-year-old, my dad. Like, so there's a lot of things that have been happening, but I'm a firm believer that I've grace to do everything that I'm doing now.
Right.
And so more opportunities, more speaking engagements, more book signings, book so like all the things. I'm trying to do all the things.
I love
All
that.
the things.
And it's going to happen for you and everything's going to work out. No, I
Yeah.
believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Thank you.
Again, tell us one more time where we can find you. Give us all the websites, all the social media, everything. All the things. All the things.
Instagram is I am Ashley Speaks and Bright Arrows Peds MD. BrightArrowsPeds.com and bit.ly/work with Ashley Speaks.
I love
Those are
that.
the
I love
places.
that. And if you, hopefully you made it to the end of this video, man. Again, my name is DJ, host of Boss Talk and Beyond. And we thank you for coming on, Ashley.
for having me.
This is amazing. This was amazing. Great conversation, great everything. Definitely look, if you haven't already, look in the description box. We have some people, not people, let me something. We have some other things happening in the description box. Definitely take a look in the description box. Oh God, I'll be cracking myself up. But we thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you in the next episode, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Ashley.
Of
Thank
course, thank you.
you. No problem.